You can literally buy a storage solution for almost every single item in your home. And we are constantly bombarded by images showing us these perfect homes with these perfect storage solutions. But sometimes those storage solutions come with a big price tag. But today I'm here to show you some amazing ways that you can get those wonderful outcomes from your storage solutions for little to no cost. And some of them are actually even better than what you'll find in the store. Big storage boxes are one of my favorite things to organize with. So whether it is kids' toys or maybe it's part of the compromise with the other people in your house that you're willing to keep items as long as they look neat and tidy. These big boxes are my absolute favorite. This one is actually a chip box that I buy from Costco that I have just spray painted with literally this cheap spray paint that I had lying around, and you can do the same thing too. What you probably love about big storage solutions that you can buy from the store, it actually has less to do with the box itself and more to do with the repetition. So if you have some boxes, as long as you either paint them the same color, cover them in wrapping paper or some fabric you have lying around, you can literally achieve that same thing for almost no cost. And the wonderful thing about these is if your style changes or if they get broken, it is super easy to replace them with another box that you will be getting on the regular. The other amazing thing about using boxes like these is that when you're finished with them, you can literally just throw them out. They haven't cost you anything at all. And so you're free to swap things out and try new things. If you love using these storage boxes and you want to upgrade to something that you found in the store, at least you know it works for you before you fork out all that money. I am not a huge fan of stuff all over my fridge, but I do feel like there is always some papers that I'm in the middle of. I'm also a huge note taker. So I needed a solution that was going to work for me without me being overwhelmed and having my business on display for all to see. And this is what I came up with. This is actually a cereal box that I just covered with some wrapping paper. You can either attach a magnet to the back or use a clip-on magnet like I have, but this same solution will work if you want to put one on the inside of a cupboard door, inside a drawer. You can cut them as short or as tall as you want to. You can even use them like a magazine rack. It all works. And let's face it, we've all got cereal boxes coming in and out of our homes on the regular. So if this one decides to die, it's literally no trouble at all for me to make a new one, and it keeps everything tucked away neat and tidy. If you are cheap like me, but in like a bougie kind of way, make sure you give this video a like and make sure that you're subscribed so that we can hang out again soon. Guys, I am like the least crafty person on the planet. So anything you see here, if I can do it, I promise you, you can too. But these smaller boxes are an amazing way to look after those little things in your home that need either a temporary home, like this crochet that my daughter's currently doing, or even things that are hanging around long term that you don't want spread all over the place. It is total myth that you want and need lids on every single thing. Let me tell you, lids are not what they're cracked up to be. In fact, having boxes open is actually much better for long-term organization and keeping things where they look good most of the time. So you can do the same thing that you do with the big boxes. You can cover them in wrapping paper, particularly for kids. There's some really fun things you can do with color, and all those little knick-knacky things that they have can have their own home. Also, one of the biggest benefits of using boxes is that they're super lightweight. So if they're taking them outside or taking them to another location, it's really light and easy for them to carry. It doesn't matter if they get sat on and destroyed because there's always new boxes coming. And then you can also get them in the right size. So it is no good having a million storage containers so that you've got one for every single type of item you want to organize, but you can find boxes almost anywhere. One of my favorite places to get them is the hardware store.
He's taking my husband!
I might meet you in the car.
And you can use these in drawers, on shelves, to separate items. Even in your kids' drawers is another great place for their clothes and undies. This is one of my absolute favorites. It can do everything and it's almost free. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I constantly have plastic containers coming into my home and I love to reuse them. So what I use them most for is actually for drawer storage. So keeping all these items sectioned off, and it keeps them like all in their own little home. And then I use any little jars with a good wide lid are some of my favorites for organizing little bits and pieces. Bobby pins, hair ties, things in the kitchen. These things are coming into my home all the time. And so by using them as a storage solution, it's a two-way win. One, I'm keeping this stuff out of landfill, and two, I'm also not going and buying more plastic containers to use in here. So it is a double win in my book, and you will find no end of items that you can reuse in these kind of ways. But it comes with a warning. I have worked with lots of people who are lovers of abundance, and one of the things I have found is that sometimes they hang on to jars and containers thinking they're going to use them. What I would encourage you is absolutely use them if you have them, but don't hold on to them. These items are coming into our homes all the time, so there's no need to hold on to them. The next time you need one, you won't be far away from emptying something that will work. So let those items go if you don't have a use for them, but if you can think of a use for it straight away, hold on to it and then use it up. Glass jars are the unsung hero if you are a visual organizer. They are clear. You get to see exactly what's inside. You get heaps of them for free every single week when you go and you buy pasta sauce or anything that comes in a glass jar. And there is literally no end to all the different things you can put inside. Now, I know it seems crazy to give kids a glass jar, but I have actually found that when you give these to kids, because they're a little bit heavier, they are a great way to store their items once they're sort of like over that toddler age. You can also use them in your kitchen for utensils or knives and forks if you're going on a picnic. These are some of my absolute favorite. And because they all look exactly the same, they're just clear glass, you can get this really high-end look for no cost at all. If you have some old mugs lying around, or even if you're going to purchase them from a thrift store or even stores themselves, they're relatively inexpensive. And these are one of my favorite ways to organize, especially for kids. They literally have a built-in handle, and just like the glass jars, they're a little bit weightier, so they're less likely to fall over. I really think that when you, again, just duplicate that look, that they come up looking amazing, and they're super versatile. I would take these over a pencil cup any day.